Aloha class. Today we'll be talking about color and how we can effectively use color in our web design. So first I'm going to go ahead and talk about the type of colors that we use. We have warm colors, cool colors, and also neutral colors. So up here on the top we actually have a graph showing the main colors that we use. Right up here is the area where we have our warm colors. If you think warm, if you think maybe fire or the sun, those are the colors that come in the warm category, with lots of reds, oranges, yellows. More of those warm colors there. Now with cool colors, we can attribute that to a lot of nature with the greens. The blues and the purples can also often represent like this sky. And later we'll go ahead and talk about emotion and what colors, how different colors affect the emotions. Neutral colors, as we see down here, are colors that don't really draw out any emotion in the color. And so yeah, these are the three different types of colors that we have. Next, we're going to be talking about RGB colors and CMYK colors. RGB just stands for red, green, and blue. These are the three primary colors. They're used with light. Right here we have the white representing that as well, to create all these colors in here. These RGB colors are always going to be used in electronics, such as TVs, like phones, computer screens, anything that we're going to be using with a light. Now here on the other hand, we have CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and key or black. So these colors right here are created by pigments, and most of the time they're used in print. And they're created with this dark color here opposed to the light color. And so these are the two different types of way we can play with color as well. Next, we're going to talk about contrast in colors. Contrast is something that can be really good, but also really bad if we don't apply it right. Contrast, it goes along with the typography and readability of our web design. So here on the left we have some good examples where the background color is a lighter color, and here this I guess maroon color or kind of brownish color is more of a is darker, so it stands out, and it's easy to read here on the site. Here as well we have a dark background and then a light color. Again, it has so much contrast that it's easy to point out. We want to make sure that we use, if we're going to use contrast, that we use enough and a lot of contrast to make it readable. Here are just some bad examples. Here's a kind of a bluish background with kind of a neon orangey text color. It hurts my eyes just looking at it. So we want to avoid that when we're using that in our web design. Here as well, we don't have a lot of contrast in these two colors. They're both different shades of blue or turquoise, I guess. And with the colors being just so similar, it also makes it hard to read, and it's gonna turn off our viewers. So keep that in mind, that contrast needs to be used in order to create a readability in our sites or in our websites. Next, I want to talk about how colors can display different types of emotion within our web design. Here again we have a chart of colors, talking about the different types of emotions that colors can bring out. For example, red, here it lists some passion, energy, vitality. If you think about, we just had Valentine's Day Most of the colors were red and pink because those are kind of the colors for passion and love and whatnot. The two examples that I wanted to show down here was this example of the recycling symbol with green arrows. What green does is it often gives us the perspective of renewal or growth. And with recycling, that's kind of the same thing. We tend to see recycling as using old products and keeping things new. It also can represent money, um, but especially nowadays with more people pushing the idea of quote unquote going green, um, and being more uh, uh, being more aware of the environment that we're around and reusing products um, in order to protect the environment. That's a very green way of thinking, and green is becoming a very popular topic and a very popular color when it comes to design. Right over here on the right hand side we have an orange symbol. This is Nickelodeon. Um, Orange often represents childishness or kind of a silly color, an active color. Up here it also says creativity, productivity, optimism, enthusiasm. A lot of things that with children. So Nickelodeon, obviously geared towards children with TV shows, movies, and whatnot. And so this logo and this color is really geared towards that kind of younger age group. So I hope you learned from the different principles of contrast, emotion, our different color schemes, and then using warm, cool, and neutral colors in web design, because that'll really help if you go and do a search or just go around and play with different websites. You can really tell when the web designer is an amateur or somebody that has a lot of talent and a lot of experience, because the way that they use their colors and design will really show that. Good luck in your own personal web design, and good luck using these colors.